My nickname was Penis on the swimming and diving team in high school, but don't worry, the story has a happy ending. No pun intended. In 7th grade, there was a program where they would let the 7th and 8th graders swim and be on the same team as the high school varsity kids as a way to get people involved in the program. And I remember coming in as a 7th grader, I didn't know anybody, and I wanted to feel included, and I saw that all these kids had nicknames. So I went up to our captain at the time, I was like, Captain Garrett, that was his name. Like, what's my nickname? And he kind of looks at me for a second. He had never talked to me before, and he goes, what's your last name? And I said, Penna. And he goes, Penis. And then he just walked away. And everybody thought it was the funniest thing they had ever heard. So for the next 4 years, nobody would call me Matt or Penna. It was just, eggplant emoji. And that went on for about 4 years until I realized that I was never going to contribute in a meaningful way on the swim portion of the team, the combined swimming and diving. And once I realized that I was not going to contribute in a meaningful way in swimming, I was like, I'll dive. We don't have a diver. We were losing meets because of it. I'll step up and I'll do whatever. At this point, I'm in 10th grade and Captain Garrett is long gone, hopefully in a ditch somewhere. We had this big meet against one of our rival schools, and we were down at half. So at halftime for swim meets, they do the diving portion. And I had such a big comeback that we ended up winning the meet, and we started winning meets because we finally had a diving team, me, and I was just able to score some points for us. And then one of the 7th graders on the team, funny enough, went up and was like, Matt, you should go by the Penetrator. And I was like, what? He's like, your last name's Penna and you're penetrating the water. To go from Penis to the Penetrator is probably the greatest story arc of my life. After that junior and senior year, I would get up on the diving board and people would scream, Penetrator! From the bleachers. And a lot of the moms were very confused. And to this day, when people pronounce my last name Pina, I say, no, it's Penna, as in the Penetrator.